A wonderful week. I am so excited to be back and talk about a very popular topic today, which we'll get into that in a moment. But for those of you that are new to our monthly nutrition webinar chit chats, my name is Ale Zozos and I am EatLove's lead dietitian, and I do our monthly nutrition reviews for YouFit. So we are diving into a part one of two-part series revolving around the very infamous GLP-1s and weight loss. I'm sure it is no surprise to any of you out there that this is a very common medication right now for weight loss. So I wanted to go live and talk about really what it's doing, not from a weight loss, just weight loss, but also diabetes mechanism as well. And then some helpful tips and tricks if you are someone that is on a GLP-1, how to maximize that with a companion nutrition program that you may already have access to and not even realize. So EatLove is actually included with all of the premium plus memberships at YouFit. So if you do have a premium plus membership, you already have access to EatLove. And if this is something that is interesting to you, whether you are on a medication or thinking about starting one for weight loss, we do have a companion to help you along the way with the nutrition piece of it. And today's webinar is really going to dive into the importance of why we still need to focus on nutrition, specifically when we are, in general, but specifically when we are on these types of medications. Hello, Lynn. It's so wonderful to meet you. So before we dive in, I just want to do a quick poll for my own knowledge, and that is what type of YouFit membership you have. Because like I mentioned, everyone on a Premium Plus already has access to EatLove, and not just for GLP-1 medications, but really any health condition that you are currently managing or looking to prevent. We have a solution within the platform to select a goal, a lifestyle goal that can be get more vegetables, increase your energy, muscle gain, etc. To you want to manage diabetes or lose weight or manage your high cholesterol and anything in between. So there are a lot of different factors and ways that you can lean on YouFit's in-house nutrition program through EatLove to kind of help you set yourself up for success. And then of course, our monthly webinars are just our way to get everyone together and kind of promote just a webinar topic so that you can learn more about a specific type of topic or just inform yourself with sound nutrition advice coming from the team. So Lenny, is this available offline after the class? Is it over for seeing it again? So all of these webinars are recorded. So if you signed up for this, which you have because you were on our call, you will get a recording of the webinar after it's on processing. And then I also share with the YouFit team to share however they see fit within their community or an organization. So lots of webinars we've done. This is the first one we've ever done on a GLP-1. Just because it's very timely and very topical. But we've done so many other nutrition topics on, we've done muscle gain, we've done how to meal plan. We've done so many over the past couple of years. So I am so excited to dive into this one today. And from our poll results, we have not currently a member, so thinking about joining, that is a benefit to these, is like anyone can come to these webinars. I love basic and premium, and then we do have a premium plus member. So even anyone that is watching that is not a premium plus member, EatLove is of course incorporated into that top tier program. So you can join, you can get started with automated nutrition inspiration for any eating occasion for any type of goal. And today's goal is part one of this two-part series for combining GLP-1 medications with weight loss strategies. So this is maintaining that momentum. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will get started for today. Oh, I didn't actually share. 1 second there. All right. Let's dive in. So what we are going to do today is we are going to understand how GLP-1 medications work for blood sugar control, weight loss, and the significance of their popularity. I think you turn on the TV these days, and I know my TV kind of spams me, and I'm a dietitian, so I get to see a lot of these commercials, but I see them everywhere. So it's very popular in the sense right now. Recognizing the benefits, the features, potential side effects of various GLP-1 medications, and practical strategies to integrate your medications into an effective weight management plan. This will, of course, incorporate fitness through the UFit side, and then through nutrition through the EatLove side. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the in-house nutrition program. All right. So first and foremost, the role of GLP-1 medications in blood sugar management. So first and foremost, glucose regulation. This is specifically more towards diabetes, and we'll get to the weight loss piece in a second, but it's kind of helpful to see both pictures of why these medications are popular and who they are beneficial for. So GLP-1 receptor agonists enhance glucose-dependent insulin secretion, meaning they stimulate the release of insulin in response to elevated blood sugar levels. So this mechanism helps to lower blood glucose levels after your meals without causing that significant drop, causing hypoglycemia. Also, in the inhibition of glucagon, so GLP-1 agonists suppress the release of glucagon, which is a hormone that raises blood sugar levels. So by reducing glucagon secretion, GLP-1 agonists help to decrease blood sugar levels overall. And then lastly, which this will also come into play for weight management, is also the slowing of gastric emptying, basically keeping you fuller a bit longer. So GLP-1 agonists slow down the emptying of the stomach, which leads to more gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream after your meals. So therefore, it reduces your postprandial hyperglycemia, so your hypo and your hyper. That's just a little piece on the blood sugar management, but just wanted to round out the picture. So looking at the role of GLP-1 medications in weight loss. So what is this specifically doing? It's controlling the appetite. So GLP-1 agonists act on the brain to reduce appetite and food intake. This affects thought to be mediated through receptors in the hypothalamus, which regulate our hunger and satiety cues, our hunger and satiety hormones, which basically tell us when we are hungry and when we are full. Delayed gastric emptying, again, here works very similarly. So by slowing the gastric emptying, it can prolong the fullness of feeling of fullness after you eat, which can reduce your calorie intake overall and promote weight loss. And then lastly, metabolic effects. So GLP-1 agonists may have metabolic effects that contribute to weight loss, such as increasing our energy expenditure and promoting the utilization of stored fat for energy. So a little bit of a different piece there, not just by keeping us fuller longer, but using a different energy source. We're usually relying on glucose, carbohydrates, really to be that main source. So this one is saying that it can rely on or utilize some of our stored fat as an energy source. So the significance of these medications and popularity, I just wanted to kind of show the three buckets that benefit from these medications, that are becoming more and more popular. And I just wanted to kind of show you the numbers of why this is so significant right now. Talking about obesity a little bit, we have greater than 40% obesity prevalence in the United States. And not just weight-related conditions, but obesity-related conditions. It can be in addition to, it can be a precursor to. So having a higher risk for obesity or managing weight management right now can put us at a higher risk for developing things like heart disease and stroke and type 2 diabetes and other certain types of cancer. So these are among the leading causes of preventable premature death when we are looking at our food intake and what we are fueling our bodies with. Diabetes, in total, there are 38.4 million people in the United States that have diabetes, 11.6 in the US population. An even bigger bucket that I think I read a statistic not too long ago that was like even 1 in 3 people don't even realize they have prediabetes. I think there's even a category now for pre-diabetes when you go to the physician where you're not in prediabetes yet, but you are trending that way. And it is a total of 97.6 million people aged 18 or older have prediabetes, and 38% of that in the adult US population. In the 65 or older category, it's 27.2 million people and 48.8 have prediabetes. So these are staggering numbers. It's almost kind of hard to wrap your head around how big this is overall, which makes complete sense as to why these medications are so popular. But we want to avoid today, part of our reason for connecting is to avoid the quick fix. the magic pill, the thing that's going to cure everything, because truly we can't take these medications without a plan in place for our nutrition. It really is that companion piece of it for your long-term success. There are statistics that report, 2/3 of individuals coming off these medications who don't have a plan in place will regain back that weight and some. So all of that work leading up to it, it's, delaying your gastric emptying. It's making you feel fuller longer. It's quieting your food noise that you may hear. But if we're not pairing it with proper nutrition during that process, when we come off of these medications, when we come off these medications, what happens after that? How do we ensure our success with the work that we put in previously? So let's talk about some side effects and the solutions, because with any type of medication, there are going to be side effects. Now, the solution piece is a really wonderful aspect to this, because of course, EatLove is going to be able to help us hit our fiber and maintain proper nutrition and get a balanced diet. But we do want to we want to call out these side effects first, and how we work our way around them so that we can reduce these side effects and even quiet them entirely, which is possible. So GLP-1 medications can cause GI effects, gastrointestinal effects, such as nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and constipation, kind of a full spectrum there. A poor diet and processed foods, fats, sugars, low in fiber can definitely exacerbate these symptoms. So what do we do in that sense? The nausea piece is going to decrease our actual need to want to eat food. So that is another kind of side effect here that we'll talk about in a minute. But when we are dealing with diarrhea and constipation, of course, a high fiber diet is going to be the solution for that. So we want to look at volume here. We want to look at how we can get the most bang for our buck when it comes to this, because we may not be as hungry. So it has to be a mix of the right types of foods and the quality of that food overall. So a high fiber diet is going to, of course, be from fruits and vegetables and whole grains. Lean proteins can help alleviate the GI discomfort by promoting regularity and supporting digestive health. Headaches are another side effect that you may see. And this is not, these symptoms are, some report symptoms, some report none at all. It really depends on the person and your experience with it. But just things to keep in mind of things you could see on these medications. So headaches can have various triggers, including dietary factors such as dehydration, caffeine withdrawal, or the consumption of certain foods like processed meats, artificial sweeteners, or alcohol. So one of the biggest things is to maintain proper hydration, especially if we notice our volume of food is decreasing. Volume of food can decrease by the fluid intake that we do, but also our food has fluids in it. Fruits and vegetables have hydration in them. It has water. So if we're not eating as much, we may not be getting the proper hydration that we need overall. So moderating our caffeine intake, avoiding potential dietary triggers that can help reduce the likelihood and severity of maintaining like this headaches with GLP-1s. I was distracted by Steven's poop emoji. Oh my goodness, that is funny. Delayed gastroemptying, fancy. It's actually, it's sort of it helps you just stay fuller longer. So it's not going to release into your bloodstream right away or start the rest of your transit process, if you will. So yes, impartial, absolutely. And then dizziness can be influenced by blood sugar levels. Again, this is related to not feeling as hungry, not eating our needs, and not really realizing that we're not meeting that baseline minimum. So making sure that it can be influenced by blood sugar levels, hydration, we want to make sure that we're balancing all of that through the balanced diet. So blood sugar levels decreasing, hydration status, blood pressure, all of those things can be impacted by our diet overall. So that balanced diet, of course, is going to help regulate our blood sugars, maintain adequate hydration, mitigate our dizziness, avoiding sudden changes in blood sugar levels by consuming regular meals and snacks. So this isn't just, you may feel less hungry. So I'm not going to eat breakfast because I don't feel as hungry in the morning on this medication. We still want something. We still want a balance. We're probably going to minimize our volume overall just as a side effect of this, not feeling hungry, but we don't want to cut out meals and we don't want to sacrifice the balance of those meals either. And I have another point to review on another slide about that as well. And then lastly, dietary factors with inadequate nutrient, excessive consumption of refined carbohydrates, and insufficient hydration can contribute to fatigue overall. Of course, if we're not eating enough, we are too tired to do anything else. So a well-balanced diet that provides essential nutrients like vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, basically that color on our plate, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, legumes, anything with color, we know our vitamins and minerals are present, our antioxidants are present. This can combat that fatigue, support overall energy levels, consume complex carbohydrates, lean proteins, and healthy fats, and can provide sustained energy throughout the day. All right, so common mistakes. This is a big one. And I think the take-home message whenever we do webinars like this and talks like this is to, why are we doing this overall? We want to support you in any intervention that you need for your health and wellness, but we want to get ahead of the curve of why someone long-term may do this with some of these implications. So viewing this type of drug, this GLP-1, semaglutides, Wegovy, Ozempic, any one of those as a magic cure for weight loss and diabetes management, and dismissing the important part of nutrition and exercise that plays in an overall healthy, sustainable lifestyle. I think diet changes and changing our diets got the stereotype of being a quick fix decades ago, even hundreds of years ago. I have research that supports the first diet was like in the 1800s, even earlier than that, where we're looking for a quick fix, the magic cure for all of our problems. And while this one may be kind of along that trend and do a lot of that internal work for us, our bodies actually produce GLP-1s. And we can do a lot of this. And this is what part 2 of our webinar series is going to be focused on. But we don't need it long term. We can do a lot of this that we are doing for nutrition and for fitness. Our bodies can produce that ourselves. We can do that ourselves with accountability, with some support, and having a clear focus and schedule of how we want to do this. Our bodies are capable of many things that we don't give it credit for. So just something to consider there. Skipping meals is another one. This is probably going to be one of the most common just because you do end up eating less on these types of medications. So we have to watch out for nutrition deficiencies, malnutrition, and hypoglycemia. This kind of goes with the next point, which is foregoing balanced meals. If we're not eating breakfast or dinner or any other meal or snack in there, and we're seeing results of weight loss, and we're like, I can still eat my, junk food or small portions of junk food and still have weight loss, like amazing. I don't have to change anything. That's that magic cure mentality that we want to be as distant from as much as possible, because we're going to be losing lean body mass. We're not going to meet our nutritional baselines. We're going to have deficiencies and even certain types of malnutrition. Hypoglycemia, we know that not eating enough was reference to fatigue and blood sugar crashes and even messing with our blood pressure. So we don't want to skip meals, and we don't want to stay with the eating pattern we are currently on if in fact our dietary pattern does need to change as part of this process. Not staying hydrated. This is a big one, guys. Definitely want to make sure that you are staying hydrated there to decrease your risk of dehydration and any other side effects. We know, and I use this example quite often, probably too often on these webinars, is that imagine our food is going through our body on a water slide with no water. It's not going to end well. We're not going to feel good with it. We do need that water in there to help push things along. So what is the solution? The solution is a mix of both. It's evidence-based nutrition and a fitness regimen. Of course, you are all either members of UFit or you're considering joining the club to get that fitness regimen. There's so many wonderful resources there. I encourage you all to just kind of do a recap with your home gym and see what other classes and things that you can partake in with your membership. I know workout classes is one of my favorites, is because I can kind of turn my brain off, get a really great workout in, and kind of get on with my day. So I know that's always one benefit that I really enjoy. But the other piece is the nutrition prescription side of it. And you all with a Premium Plus membership, or you can always upgrade at your home gym to get the personalized nutrition companion program to whatever condition or dietary pattern or goal that you are looking for. It's really both. It's twofold. It's tailored dietary recommendations and fitness routines to match your individual needs. Every single one of us on this call, all 34 of you, are going to have different nutritional needs. You're going to have different preferences. You're going to want, you may have another condition or another goal that you want to work towards as well. So every single person's needs are going to be different. So we need to emphasize the following to make sure that at least the nutrition piece is well taken care of. So we have to prioritize nutrition density. I've said it a couple times today, and that's that we just may not feel as hungry. So we need to focus on the most bang for our buck with some of these nutritions. So giving us more energy when we are consuming less calories. This is a balance of all of our macros. It's a mix of proteins, fats, and carbs. It's not an imbalance of either one of those. We do still have to have all of those mechanisms there because they all require something of our body to do. Like our carbs are our biggest energy source. Believe it or not, we need carbs the most in our diet because that is what our body is relying on to function the most. We have to make sure we are getting low glycemic foods. So fiber is going to help foods with have a low glycemic total. So the more fiber we have in that meal, offsetting the carbohydrate, will delay and slow the impact of blood sugar levels, and that aligns with the overall goal of the medication. And this is a prime example of how our bodies can produce more GLP-1 in our body on a regular basis, is getting that proper density. It's getting high fiber foods. It's emphasizing our better quality carbohydrates because they will have fiber spread across the day to help with blood sugar management. We don't want to end load carbs in the morning and no carbs at night, or vice versa. We want a balance of everything at all eating occasions where possible. We want to ensure adequate lean protein and maintain muscle mass. So it's a common problem with these medications is that we're not getting enough and we're not maintaining that muscle mass. So making sure that our protein, it may be elevated. It may be a little bit more than what our current non-medication side of protein intake may be a little bit higher. For 20% protein without the medication, it would be 25% protein with a medication. So one thing that I do want to mention is that with weight loss comes loss of muscle mass. So that's why it's so important to pair with your exercise, with your physical activity on a regular basis, so that you're able to still continue building muscle by moving your muscles. Hydration, again, it's not going anywhere. So using our food tracker, you just tap on the little icon for water and you can get your intake for the day. Everyone's hydration needs are going to be a little bit different. I'd say a good rule of thumb is to take your body weight and divide it by 2.2 to get kilograms. We joke as dietitians, we learned everything in the metric system. So get your body weight in kilograms and then multiply that number by 25 milliliters. And then multiply it again by 30. And that is really the range of what you're looking for in terms of hydration. And then if you want to use a calculator to divide that in ounces, each water glass in EatLove is going to be about 8 ounces. And then, of course, weight training to help you maintain that muscle mass. Meredith had a question on the workout piece of it. What is your take with high intensity workouts? Should people on medication stick to weight training and lower impact workouts? How would this affect cardio activities? It's a fantastic question. I may not be the most qualified to answer this in full, just because it is more on the exercise piece of it. I do have an exercise background, but I would check with some of your trainers who have better experience with this as well. However, I will say that the intensity of the workouts are going to be based on personal preference as well. I am someone that loves low impact. I love low impact. I dread anything jumping around. I just don't enjoy it. I'm like, I would rather be doing a million other things. So my take overall in exercise and activity is anything you can do consistently that you enjoy the process of, that you do not dread. So high intensity workouts are not for everybody. There's a lot of physical barriers too, like you could have bad knees, bad joints, and it could just be very painful. And it's a lot of movement and high intensity workouts can cause a disruption of hormone balances as well if you're doing too much of it and you're not balancing it out with other low impact activities. So it's a mix of everything. So everyone should have a nice balance of cardio based in the form of impact that is going to be most supportive. If someone likes running and they're okay with it, doesn't hurt them in any way, absolutely incorporate some running. If you are someone that likes more low impact exercise like spin, try a spin class. Spinning is very low impact. That can get you your cardio activity in for those. But I would say it's going to be first and foremost a personal preference, because anything is better than nothing. And you can see a lot of really positive results on lower impact workouts if it's something that you're able to stick to consistently. But I'd check with your team at UFit as well, and kind of round out that answer from a trainer perspective too. And Anna had a question on yoga with weight. Should I do workout on the side? Like a yoga conditioning class? Done a couple of those. They're pretty fun. It's again a personal preference. The weight training, your trainers at UFit are going to be well equipped to answer some of these questions about the benefits and how much weight you should be lifting, and your gradual increase of that weight and how you really want to start with those. So I definitely check with your teams there to see what is going to be most beneficial. But my personal overview and outlook on exercise is anything that I enjoy doing that can get me to the gym and can get me doing something consistently. And then of course, changing up, because I do experience burnout with certain exercises, and I do experience burnout with certain foods. So you want to keep everything on a variety focus, and you want to get as much as possible that feels good to you, that you actually enjoy doing, because working out does not have to be something that we dread. It's something that we walk into knowing that we're going to feel amazing leaving, and we keep that positive outlook the entire time. Not anytime should we say, oh, this is the worst thing in the world, I'd rather be doing a million things. If that's how you're feeling, it may be the type of exercise that just is not suiting you well, and maybe something else is going to be a better fit. Jessica, great question. So on these calls, we're not necessarily able to do anything specific and personalized, just because we want to keep this information as broad and helpful as we possibly can without any one specific thing. I would definitely check with your doctor on that one. They're going to be in a much better position to answer your questions on that piece. Especially if you are increasing your exercise or anything to that nature. But I would definitely check with your doctor on specific medication questions for sure. But thank you so much. All right. And then lastly, and I don't know if we have a ton of time today to review everything with this. And I know Stephen has a question too. Yeah, so there's been a lot of fads that have come and gone over the years. I'm a 90s baby, so I got the all of the fad diets that were like short term. This was when like certain manufacturers made diets popular using their own food products. So there are some really interesting things out there. The long and short of it is that, we don't have all the answers yet. And it's just something that we go into. And even, our most qualified people to speak on the topics don't have all the answers yet, because not enough time has passed to say what this is going to do long term. This is with any medication, that's with any intervention, any fad diet, any type of workout program. So it's really great to raise those questions and know that there are questions of many other people that have the same questions that you do, and that we're all kind of in this realm together, trying to get our science and our research to catch up to some of these trends. It can take decades, if not even longer, to say with certainty something can do something X, Y, and Z. So it's great to keep asking those questions and to be skeptical of new things, and know that we may not have all the answers, but teams of scientists and as these new revelations are coming out and these new interventions that could possibly change people's lives forever, how quickly we can get some answers is going to be the best result. Linda, great question. So I would still check with your UFit team about continuing a membership like this, just because I think it should be possible. But I would check with your UFit team. Is there an email that you can to send to anyone on UFit team? If not, feel free to email support through EatLove, and we can forward you to the correct party. So support@eatlove.is would be a good one. and then we can kind of direct you to who can answer that question. I know we're kind of at time today, and I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I do want to show you where you can find the GLP-1 weight loss and a myriad of other conditions if you are joining this for weight loss purposes or managing diabetes or just getting more vegetables in your diet. I've done a ton of webinars that will spend 10-15 minutes on previewing the platform. So you're free to go to the YouFit YouTube channel and kind of preview that piece. But I do just want to show you where you can find your plan here. So when you log into EatLove, it's like a Spotify playlist of meals. It's kind of like what's upcoming, and you can swap and batch cook and repeat things based on your nutrition goals. Before you get to this page, you will answer a series of questions of what your nutrition goals are, how much time do you want to spend on meals, how active you are, what's your weight, that sort of thing. So if we see in here, we have a whole bunch of options that we can choose from. So this is just an example here. So if we did GLP-1 weight loss and we hit save, we can see in here what our nutrition recommendations boil down to. So we have a mixture of, once this changes our plan, we'll have a breakdown of our macros. We'll have a breakdown of minimums we should be wanting to get, that density. So that fruit and vegetable piece, if we want to get a bit more whole grains in our diets. So all of these meal recommendations will now match my needs for my GLP-1 weight loss. It's a companion program if you are on a medication. If you are not on medication and you still want to achieve weight loss, we have a weight management plan in here as well. And this is what we'll be referring to on part 2 next month of our weight loss series without medication. So there's about 30 different health conditions and lifestyle goals in that dropdown. So it's not just for that GLP-1 that many of you hopped on today to learn more about, and we're thankful for that. But you'll be able to choose any type of condition that you are looking for to get an automated meal recommendation engine that's on demand. You can come in here morning of and say, no, I don't really want to eat this. I want to eat something else that still matches my nutrition requirements. And you can pick whatever you want in the moment, real time. This is a meal feed. You can drag and drop it wherever you want it. You can start with dinners only. You can start with breakfast only, whatever is going to be most supportive to you, because there could be a lot of different changes nutritionally that you're focused on with a medication and or without. So last couple of things here is that you can create your grocery list and add it to your grocery cart. And you can even buy online through one of our third-party integrations. Makes it super simple to save yourself 90 minutes a week. And you get your grocery list here. It's also great for bringing the family together as well. Chriselle, yes, absolutely. So good. Every Saturday morning is when I plan my meals. So I'm in my meal feed every Saturday going through, and I'm picking like 3 or 4 dishes. And then breakfast, I'm usually doing like a smoothie or like a yogurt or something. And I'll just plug that in my meal feed, and then I will add it to my grocery cart. And I get my groceries the next day. It's amazing. And if you are someone that enjoys food logging, I know it's not for everybody, but we do have a food tracker in here that will help you log your food. So if I ate this for lunch, it's one click. Obviously, I need to add my breakfast here. So maybe I ate a banana for breakfast, which I definitely ate a banana for breakfast. And I had some peanut butter with that. There's my peanut butter. And this will start to calculate at the top, and you can kind of scroll across and see how you're doing for the day. We have a barcode scanner and an AI label reader. So if it's not in our database, you will be able to take a picture of the label and it will log for you using computer vision, or it will connect to a food in our database using the barcode scanner. And here is that water piece. These are all 8 ounces. So you can click and add your water based on how I recommended to calculate your water intake, or just like your fluid intake overall. Today, you can add your weight. You can add that every single day and add specific notes and trackers. And this is just a food log aspect of it. So from the meal recommendation based on your profile and the goals that you're looking for. In the case of today, it's that you are on a GLP-1 and you're looking for a nutrition companion program to make sure that you're getting the nutrient density, because you may not be as hungry, and to get the high fiber options through fruits, vegetables, whole grains, beans, legumes, that sort of thing, really balancing out that piece of it. So just looking at a couple of questions here. Chrisella, oh my goodness, that is a lot. Congratulations on your success. How exciting. And Anna, so this Eat Love is part of the Premium Plus membership. So if you have a Premium Plus membership, you would have received a invite to accept your invite to the profile and then create your profile. So if you have one, if you have a Premium Plus membership, you will be able to download the app and log in with your credentials, or you can visit the web version on your desktop like I'm on it today, just because I'm on, presenting my screen and sharing. So you can log in at eatlove.is if you have a Premium Plus membership. If not, you can talk to your home gym about upgrading to a Premium Plus. And whenever you do, you will get an email because that will trigger an invite from us to you because you are on a Premium Plus membership, and that is a benefit of a Premium Plus membership. Dee Dee, you have a Renew Active membership with your Medicare. I would talk to your home gym about that one. I am not sure. Individual plans. Crystal, I'm not sure what you mean by individual plans, but feel free to email support@eatlove.is, and I'd be happy to answer that question for you. And then Anna, do you have access on a laptop? Or yep. So your phone too, as long as you have an account, you can use the app and play around with it there. I love the app as an extension when I'm out and about. One thing I didn't highlight that I do want to leave you guys on today is the restaurant swaps for any meal, not just dinner, breakfast, lunch, snack, you name it. You can add, it's based on your geolocation, and we have 175 of the most common restaurant chains in here. That's like McDonald's. I'm in Texas, so Torchy's Tacos is a really popular one. But if I want to go to Chipotle for dinner, what can I eat on my nutrition profile? So this will give you a whole bunch of options, like almost 2-3 dozen options that are a perfect fit. And then other things that are not a perfect fit. So they're probably over in sodium and saturated fat. Some of them a little bit less than others. Maybe you had a really hard workout that day. So 150 milligrams of sodium is not the end of the world. Other ones are more than that. There may be some that are 5 milligrams. There may be some that are 600 milligrams. So it's helpful to click on the icon and learn more about that specific meal if that is the meal that you want to choose. So you can decide if that's fine to have that day or to schedule it at a later date and build your meal plan around that specific meal. At Eat Love, you're completely agnostic to diet. Everything fits when you have a plan in place for it. And sometimes with specifically today, some of you on these medications, having that plan in place long-term is going to be most supportive for your goals for the next month, the next year, the next 10 years. So being able to understand how that all fits into the bigger picture is really one benefit that you have when you do have access to your Eat Love profile through YouFit. But thank you all so much for sticking around today. I know I kept you a little bit longer than usual, but I promise it's for good reasons. If you have any questions on the platform and getting started, you can feel free to email support@eatlove.is. If you're looking to upgrade your membership to have access to this benefit, I believe it's only $10 extra a month at YouFit between the Premium and the Premium Plus membership. So it's a high value add that you get because you're a YouFit member that not everyone has access to. Diana, thank you so much. Thank you all. So I look forward to seeing you at our part 2 for the non-GLP-1 focused weight loss piece of it for next month. And I'll show a couple of other nutrition prescriptions at that time where you can kind of put everything into place and get started with your weight loss journey. Amazing. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you all soon.